Hey guys, it is Magnolia26 coming to you on a Colorado dusky day. I'm looking out my window and seeing a rather spectacular sunset, but every sunset is spectacular here, it seems. I have these little VSG epiphanies sometimes, and I want to come on and say something to you, but a lot of times I'm just sitting at a light or whatever. I've made like 6 videos I haven't posted, mostly because I can't stand how I look, because I try to make them on the go, and that leads into the first thing I'm going to say. I just want to say a couple things about like the post VSG mentality. A lot of people make these videos, what to expect after VSG, what to expect in maintenance. But some of you are just, a lot of you are just beautiful and young. And some of those things, they're things that I understand, but there are other things that happen when you're older that are not necessarily covered. And as an older person, not, 30, but 50, actually, I turned 51 last week. I was going to try to lie, but I can't. I'm not good at lying. I turned 51 last week, and I'm one of those people who mostly has never looked her age, and so I need to tell you that the first thing I want to say, especially if you are over 40, be prepared to look your age, be prepared to maybe look older, be prepared to be confronted with your aging rapidly. So like within the course of a few months, you may feel like your face aged 10 years or more. That's what happened to me, and it happened basically just in the course of a couple months, and I'm not used to it, and I'm trying to get used to it. Some of it has to do a lot with my neck. I have major creping on my neck. You can see it a lot from the side. Some of it has to do with the fact that I had 5 surgeries on my neck, so the skin isn't really all put together the way it used to be anyway. I have a scar in the back that's spread, which brings all the skin down here. I always do this in the mirror and think, oh, look, everything's back where it should be. Maybe I can save the money and have that done. A lot of people do the tummy tuck or the brachioplasty first, but the truth is that your face is out in the world, and I see it every day, and I think I want to take care of that. But get used to the fact that that will happen. I have been having a little trouble looking at myself in photographs. I might even put right in here a couple of the videos that I shot that I feel like I look really old. I just got my grays covered, so that's one of the things. But I just feel like I look a lot older. It doesn't look so bad right now in this light, but in certain light, you can really see these folds, these folds, these folds, and for the first time ever in my life, lines in my forehead. Never had that. So between that and the crepe and the puffy eyes, which I never had before either, I feel older. Number 2, I'm starting to realize that I'm always going to feel fat. I think that it doesn't matter how small I get. It doesn't matter how much skin I get removed. I'm always going to feel fat. I think part of it is psychological, and part of it is just that I have a certain kind of body, and that even when I get the body really in shape, and I've been in really good shape sometimes, I always feel a little fat. I mean, sometimes the fat is like, ooh, I feel voluptuous and curvy. It's not always a negative thing, but it's something to understand that you might not get rid of. And so I just wanted to say that to all of you. I think some of these things are pertinent to younger people too, because the effects of weight loss on your body always show up eventually. Even if you're not seeing a lot of that now, you'll see it as you get older. If your face wasn't affected now, you will see it, because I lost a lot of weight 10 years ago, and even before I had the surgery, I could see the effects of that last weight loss still. My high was 320. I had surgery at 245. The other thing I want to say is that you may still obsess about needing to lose weight. Even though you've hit your goal, my doctor gave me a goal range. I'm below that goal range by 3 or 4 pounds generally. I'm sticking around 147. I think I've dipped lower on weeks that I haven't weighed. And I'm still having trouble not thinking that I have to lose weight. I supplement all the time with nuts, some dry berries, and a little dark chocolate. I've cut it down because I was eating a lot, but I still feel like I'm doing something wrong when I'm doing that, when I'm snacking. I still feel like I should be eating low-fat everything. Low sugar, no carbs, no bread, no anything. And while we want to have a healthy life and a healthy diet and, you know, pay attention to what we eat, we don't have to be in that crisis mode all the time mentally. And I am sometimes. I have to admit that I am sometimes. The other thing is letting go of some of your bariatric diet habits, like my daily Premier protein shake, which is like 160 calories. I have one every day for breakfast instead of eating solid food. Sometimes when I'm running and I forget lunch, or I just am in my mode of I have to watch what I eat no matter what, I have one for lunch too. And my husband and I have had some arguments about it. He says sometimes I go on a run and I don't eat solid food. And I think I keep my calories up because even when I'm doing the shakes, I'm having like almonds and stuff as snacks in between. But it's something I have to watch. And I have noticed that sometimes I'm not eating solid food. Or when I am eating solid food, I'm eating things like a couple tortilla chips because it just gives me a chunk, a crunch. I'm kind of satisfied and I don't need anything else. But it's, I'm not getting what I should be. So those are things, and then I think the next thing might be healthy body image. There's a sense of feeling fat, but then there's a sense of looking fat, and I still get surprised when I see a reflection of myself in a window or something. I look different. I look pretty good. But then I catch another glimpse from another direction and I feel like I'm 245 pounds again. That is body dysmorphia. That is not real. That's in your head. We are real. We're real people. We bleed. We whatever. And perfect is for magazines and movies. So it's a disappointment if that's what you're expecting. And besides the aging is the skin, and everyone knows about the skin, but the skin contributes to the sense of aging. And then you have it other places on your body. Can you see that? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. That isn't going anywhere, right? I can fold over like my thigh. I could like pick up the inside of my knee. It can be disappointing, and you can have surgery. I had surgery, a brachioplasty, when I was 210 pounds. It's not perfect. My arms are different sizes. So you have to really look at the realistic life that you're going to lead and understand that when you're a little older, some of these concerns are a little different. I think I'm going to try to save up money to fix all this stuff because this is what I have. I mean, this is what I see. Right? And I think I'm going to try to maybe at least do my neck. I was thinking until I have the money, maybe I'll get a little filler for these folds right here. But it has affected me psychologically. I'm glad I'm not big anymore. I would rather take all this, looking older, having extra skin, over being big. I don't feel like I'm going to die in my sleep. I don't feel like people are staring at me all the time. I feel like I could put on an outfit and look pretty good. I feel strong, like I can walk 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 miles. And I feel confident. But when you are the person we are, the kind of, there's a saying that you're always still the fat person inside. I don't know if I would go that far. But there's part of that I just think I'm never going to get over. I'm going to have to deal with it, just like people who have a fear of heights have to deal with their fear of heights all the time. I have body dysmorphia, and I have weight issues, perception issues, and eating issues, and that's just the way it is. And if I acknowledge it, I think I can deal with it. So anyway, there's a little advice from 51-year-old me, 51 as of last week. Yeah, it happened, and now I look like it. So anyway, life here's good. I hope you guys are good. I miss you. I wish that I could come on a little bit more, but I can't. So I'll talk to you soon. See you later.